Good morning, everyone. How are you this fabulous morning? It's good to see you here. I'm going to make a quick post here to let all the folks know on my Facebook profile that we are live this morning. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's Saturday morning, guys. It is the second Saturday in December, and we are literally less than 2 weeks away from Christmas. Anybody getting excited? I am. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here live on the broadcast. If you are here live, please pop in and say good morning so that I can say hello. And what I'm doing right now is I'm checking in with my pages to make sure everything loaded live. So we are live. Great. Everything is working this morning. I love it when technical things do what they're supposed to, right? So it's good to see you here. Thanks for being here so much. I really appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this fabulous morning? Hello, Kelly. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning, Kathy. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Love you too. Guys, thanks for being here. So good to see you. Great to have you here. And I'm going to do one thing here. Let me know if I'm going to change to get my microphone back on. So tell me if you hear anything different. But I'm on mic. All right, guys, can you still hear me now? It keeps switching over to the default microphone in my laptop, but I'd rather use my good microphone so you can hear my complete voice. Anyway, happy Saturday, guys. Good to see you. So today's holiday mug is a beautiful mug. I believe this is it's from Williams Sonoma. Look at there. My Williams Sonoma Christmas holiday mug. Let me show you there right up close to the screen so you can see it. See there? Love this. And I've got my latte going here. Got a nice, strong. Ooh, the sun is so bright this morning. So we had rain yesterday here in Dallas, Texas. It was in the 70s, guys, because Texas. But a front came through. We had rain yesterday, and now it's cold outside. And Milo is loving it. He's outside this morning. So I'm going to change. Hold on, let me put this down so you can actually see me without being blinded by the beautiful sunshine that I have. Ah, there we go. Oh, look at my messy desk, you guys. But I'm working with someone to help me clean that off. But anyway, good morning. So now you can see there, you can see my latte a little better, maybe. Right? Well, I hope you're in your pajamas, your comfy clothes, wherever you are. Pull up a chair, pull up a blanket. If you're still in bed and you're scrolling on your phone and you came across my broadcast, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. So, happy Saturday, guys. Like I said, we are less than 2 weeks away from Christmas. Good morning, Sherry. How are you doing? Good morning, Stephanie. How are you guys? I am looking festive, Sherry. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Mary. How are you doing? Good to see you. So, guys, yes, I am. In fact, I am festive. I'm wearing my my Christmas earrings. We are having my brother and sister-in-law over for dinner tonight, and also my husband and my brother-in-law's cousin and his wife. So there's going to be 6 of us for dinner. So we're kind of getting in a festive mood. We've been cleaning up the house, making sure our Christmas decorations are just so. So we're excited, and I am dressed festive this morning. In fact, look, I have on my friend's holiday armadillo sweatshirt. Come on, guys, you know the recipe. I mean, the episode, the recipe, the episode, right? You'll understand why I'm talking about recipes in just a minute. But yes, the holiday armadillo. It's a sweatshirt. I'm comfy. And just finishing up a few things before our company shows up today, right? So, How you guys doing? How you holding up? Well, we are going to be talking about food today. Food, holiday treats, snacks, those kinds of things. How many of you, and let me tell you, if there's any time, it's been the pandemic that's made us eat probably more at home. I don't know about you, but Michael and I have been eating more at home the past year. I mean, we definitely did when I was going through my cancer treatment last year. However, um, going through this year, the pandemic, we have been eating a lot more at home. We have been supporting our local restaurants and places that we frequented that are still open. And we're supporting them by ordering food and bringing it home. But pretty much we've been eating at home. And I don't know about you, but the holidays makes me eat more, you guys. Mm. And yes, I'm eating powdered donuts, but they're so good. And according to the bag that they came in, the instructions, if I eat 4, this is my recommended serving, and it tells me how many calories and all that kind of stuff. So very helpful to have that. Now I don't eat 12 of these. It said a suggested portion is 4. So 4 little powdered donuts with my coffee, right? And I don't have to sweeten my coffee because this is the sugar, and it makes for a great combination, right? Mm. So hopefully you have a snack, and you're having a snack with me and coffee on a Saturday morning, because we are going to be talking about recipes. Recipes, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite books, cookbooks, but even books on food that I refer to regularly when thinking about things I want to make for dinner. I'm coming up with ideas to cook for Michael and I to have at home. We want to really start experimenting this next year with cooking, since we now have our new house and we have a bigger kitchen with lots more space, where we can really work. We have a lot of, we have an island now that we didn't have before. So we're able to like prep food. We have one area in our kitchen that looks like a large charcuterie board, but it's actually like a large cutting board dropped into where a sink was. Michael came up with that idea. I loved it. We had 2 sinks in our kitchen. And while we didn't really need the second sink, what we did need is a nice cutting board area. So Michael came up with this idea to drop this cutting board into the space that was the sink. And now we have a nice prep area on that side for our food. So we really have gotten excited about experimenting more with food. So have you ever done that? Do you have like a favorite thing that you make, whether it's for you or you've made it for guests? Tell me in the comments some of your favorite things, and I'm going to be sharing some of mine. Well, first, I'm going to have some more donut, and then I'm going to have some coffee to wash the donut down. Well, listen, let me back up first of all, though, and say, if this is your first time catching me live and you're scrolling by and you saw me and you're like, who's that weird lady with the Santa behind her? Well, my name is Renee Harden. And by trade, I'm an editor, I'm a copywriter. I'm also a writing instructor. I help students of all ages, whether they're prepping for college or they're working on a project or they're wanting to help fine tune their words to get their message across. That's what I like to do. And I also love to do it in all kinds of forms. So you have print now with digital, you have ebooks, you have audiobooks, ways that content can be consumed by readers and followers, right? And so that's what I do for a living. And officially, as of yesterday, I'm off for the holidays. It's like, no, I didn't have projects. When you're freelance and you work for yourself, you go through these lulls where there's like, okay, just waiting, putting myself out there, waiting. And then all of a sudden, boom. And so I had like 3 projects come in all at once. And then I had a couple others that were like quick sort of copy turnaround things that they just needed updating, and had to do that. So holy cow, as of Friday, I'm off for the holidays. I'm off.
Not taking any more work. Have you had to do that? So, good morning, Renee. Renee in Brazil, my sweet friend. Right? Feliz Natal. Oh, Feliz Natal? Did I say it right? So, you don't like cooking regularly, but you do like to cook. Well, Stephanie, we're the same way, kind of. When we cook, Michael and I cook, but then we also usually have leftovers to eat on for the next day or so, right? And we just keep what we call our crudité ready, our vegetable platter things. And like I love doing charcuterie type things, salami, cheese and crackers, and a vegetable tray. That's a meal for me, right? But when we do cook, I really enjoy learning new recipes and watching shows about cooking. And when I went and I got my nails done yesterday, look, there they are. Look, I got some gold sparkles for Christmas. And when I'm sitting in the chair, I'm either watching two kinds of shows. I'm either watching DIY home renovation shows, because this is what they have on the salon. You definitely tell they know their market, or cooking shows. And so yesterday was watching Guy Fieri do the drive-ins, diners, and dives, or something like that. I can't remember the alliteration is there. So if you know what the title is, please tell me in the comments so I get it right. But you know which show I'm talking about. Where he goes around, takes. I could love doing that, but gosh, I just don't want to get big. All of the food he's tasting and trying and eating, it's wonderful. And as I was watching them yesterday, I was like, wow, these shows were definitely filmed before COVID, because look at all those people in the restaurant eating all close together, and all the people cooking no mask, and nobody in the show has mask on. Whew, guys. Interesting how much this pandemic has really changed life as we know it, right? Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Thank you, Kelly DeHaven. Let's get all the D's in there for alliteration. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. You just say triple D. Well, that can get us in trouble, Stephanie. I'm definitely not a triple D, especially after breast surgery. Of the opposite kind, right? You're a hilarious girlfriend. Right. Exactly. We could get in trouble for that, right? Well, guys, so I am going to be sharing with you some things that I love to make and love to look at. As far as recipes are concerned, they do give me some creative ideas on things that I could show these to Michael and we could actually try them. So that's something that I want to try to do in this coming year, is really get adventurous with new recipes I've never tried before, and see if we can add. Michael was talking about, let's add some other recipes to our current catalog that we have, so that we have meals that we fall back on, that we can become familiar with trying them. So, have you ever did that? You like to make cutout cookies with frosting and sprinkles. Jam thumbprint cookies and toffee bars are some other favorites. Did you see the drill? Yes. uh, Cookies with frosties and oh, yes, absolutely. And I used to love making those with my kids, right? So if you are not already on the list, sign up for Better Homes and Gardens recipes, because they had an awesome cookie recipe. Let's see if I can find it and I'll show it to you. But I'm going to share with you some cookbooks that I love, that I have in my own collection, ones that I've either used in the past or ones that I've acquired recently that I'm wanting to try some new recipes from. Okay. So, one of the things I make around the holiday season, and I even like to make them and give them as gifts, right? So, this is whiskey infused cranberry sauce. Let me say those four words again: whiskey infused cranberry sauce. Now, let me tell you, this stuff is heaven. It also is not just cranberry sauce, but you can spread this on bread like jam. So if you're a cranberry fan, this right here, and I got the recipe from a sweet, sweet friend named Ronnie Rock, who has written a fabulous book. So this is definitely a book I read during this year that I want you to get a copy of. It's called One Woman Can Change the World. She had a wonderful study guide to go through it. And so in this book, Ronnie goes around the world introducing you to some amazing women One woman in a particular location doing some incredible things for the kingdom of God. You'll be inspired by their stories. You'll feel connected to some of these women and relate to them on some levels, and yet you're going to see the beauty that comes out of these women to serve in their local countries, in their local communities, helping others. And so I want to recommend, so this is going to be, I'm going to put together something that I'll be sharing here over the next few days, but it's going to be my 12 days of Christmas book recommendations. Books that I read this year that I really enjoyed, that had messages that really resonated with me, and also that I learned from. And that's the thing about great books, great content. If people come away from your content and they feel refreshed and encouraged and inspired, and you are just, putting your gift and talent out there and trusting God will water it, believe me, you'll be amazed at what'll happen. And that's what these stories are about, are one woman in a particular location. So you will, it says, through the powerful and personal stories of women in Africa, Asia, the Americas, and the Caribbean, you'll learn what it means to lead in a world where leadership isn't easy. Ronnie teaches you how to serve with grace in cultures that aren't always graceful by embracing your God given physical, emotional, and spiritual DNA. Ronnie works with Orphan Outreach, which is a wonderful organization helping support orphans around the world. And through her work doing that, she has discovered and met all of the women who are in this book. So you're definitely going to want to get a copy of it. But my friend Ronnie is also an incredible cook. If you follow her blog post, you can go to ronnierock.com. I'm going to put it here in the comments so you can, let's see here. I'm going to put it right here. There we go. Let me see if I can put her, let me move that out of the way. Let's see here. You can go to her website, ronnierock.com. You can find a copy of her book. You can get a copy of her book there. You can also follow along her blog and follow the ones that talk about kitchen therapy. Ronnie is also a great cook, and she loves to bless others with her amazing recipes. So her recipe for the whiskey infused cranberry sauce, friends. So I've been making it now for about 5 years, and it's become such a favorite that I've been now making it as gifts for friends. So, somebody in this live broadcast will be getting a jar of this from me along with Ronnie's recipe, because I'll make you some and I'll send it to you for the holidays. So comment away, because you'll be entered to win possibly a jar of whiskey infused cranberry sauce and a copy of Ronnie's recipe. You'll also want to get a copy of her book, because it will bless you, bless you, bless you. All right, now some other fun cookbooks. And you could get a copy of these. I'll put links to all of these in the comment thread, so that you can grab some of these if some of these are your favorites. I've talked about them before in past broadcasts, but I'm putting all of them together in this broadcast because we are talking about food. So if you have any great recipes that you want to share, please, by all means, put them in the comments for our friends. A great combination. Oh, so good. So good. Stephanie, you started HelloFresh this year and it helped you be creative and learn new recipes. Yes, great programs like that have recipes already planned out for you, right? And especially if maybe you're just cooking for yourself, or like for Michael and me, I used to cook for a family, but now it's just Michael and me. So for us to figure out how to cook recipes that normally feed 6 to 8 or even 10, and you want to cut it back down to just feeding 2, right? So HelloFresh is a great program because then they have it all portioned out for you. You can try some recipes, you can try some things, see what you like, see what you don't like. Because like books, it's an adventure and you got to try all different kinds of things to see what you like. You love to make soups. Yep, soup recipes. That's what I'm going to show you some of that are in these books. We've got some great ones in here. You think that would taste great on your thumbprint cookies? Oh, Sherry, it's the right combination of sweet and tart. It's not too much on either, and it's so refreshing. It's just so refreshing. Um, Sounds amazing. Oh, it is. It's so good. It is so good. I just enjoy it so much, Nathan. So good to see you here, my friend. So let me show you some cookbooks that I have in my own personal collection that I enjoy. I was blessed back in, let's see, when did she put this book out? Because she and her husband were there both, and I was so excited. It was 2012. Was it really 2012? I guess it was. Anyway, I have an autographed copy of a Rachel Ray cookbook, the one called My Year in Meals. The reason why I love this cookbook, one, is because not only does Rachel have recipes in here for every day of the week, you turn in here, guys, and it has a calendar for each month and then the recipes for each day. So here, let's just see what's on the menu for today in December. And she has a recipe for every single day. Guys, look at the December calendar. Look, can you see it? There we go. Look at all of these. She has recipes for every single day. So today is December 12th. Let's see what's on the menu for today, shall we? All right. So today, December 12th. How did we go from December 11th to December 14th? But I guess we did. Huh, interesting. Oh, you know why? Because she skips Sundays and lets you do them yourself. Well, anyway, here was yesterday's breakfast recipes. Let me show you this. Breakfast chorizo and eggs. See, so how they have dates at the top. And she literally has ways that you cook things, or you batch cook beef, pork, and turkey roasts. But it has a recipe for every day. So there's December 14th dinner, there's December 15th dinner, and she gives you all of the ingredients, tells you how to make it. Now, the fun thing about this book is that it's got Rachel Ray's, right, My Year in Meals. But then when you flip the book over, her husband has My Year in Cocktails. So he loves experimenting with making cocktails. And so yes, her husband signed the book too, right? So what was fun is that for every day of things, he has different types of cocktails. Look at there, guys. That's the list of all the cocktails. Different recipes for different drinks. So there's Rachel. Oops, let's do it this way. So there's Rachel Ray, my year in meals, right? And then when you flip it over, you've got his year in cocktails with 100 recipes of drinks that can go along with some of that fabulous holiday food. So that's one of my fun cookbooks. I really love it. And she's got a recipe in here. The breakfast tacos. So good. Another one that I love, when I remember I was telling you, support your local restaurants, support eateries in your community and neighborhood and help them. Well, one of those in our neighborhood that we loved, and they have them in Nashville as well, or hopefully, I don't know if they have them where you are, but it's called First Watch. And this is a great restaurant. It's open 7:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon. So they are a breakfast and brunch place. Okay. They serve breakfast throughout the whole time, or you can get brunch throughout the whole time, right? It's not where you could only order breakfast things till 10. So they have some recipes in here. And what they did is they took their menu, right? Favorite items that most of the customers really enjoy, but they took their menu and they put those items in a cookbook. Okay. And they show you different things like how to cook eggs. What does it mean over medium, over easy, right? One of your Rachel, let's see, today is Saturday 12/12, but there was not a listing there. I think she has the Monday through Friday is what that is. let me back up here and get some of these comments. You guys have really been adding some great ones. You also recently subscribed to Tiller and Hatch. They make frozen instant pot meals. Ooh, ooh, Tiller and Hatch. Can you throw a link in the comments, Nathan? I would love to check that out. That is such a great idea. Good morning, Teresa. A little late doing Bailey's Girl Scout cookie website page. Oh, because it's almost that time of the year. One of your favorite Rachel soup recipes is chicken goulash with gnocchi. Wonderful for a rainy day. I love gnocchi. Never actually made it, but sounds really good. First Watch is so good. They have a cookbook, Stephanie. As the Lord is my witness, here it is, and they have a cookbook. So one of the favorite items that's on the menu that Michael and I love. There's two of them. See if I can find them in here. Oh, Stephanie's going to know what I'm talking about. If you love bacon, here's a recipe for $1 million bacon. This stuff, y'all, is so good. It'll make you just want to slap somebody, but you don't need to because you can just eat the bacon. So this bacon is so good, guys. It has cayenne pepper, black pepper, maple syrup, and brown sugar. We always get an order as like an appetizer before we order our meals. Or sometimes we substitute the bacon on anything in the item for the $1 million bacon. You can do that. So they have a recipe for it, Stephanie, where you can make it, and it's so easy. And then let me show you. Let me see. Oh, I'm going to get to my favorite. And this was why I wanted to get, their rainbow toast. Also really good. Look at the fruit on that. Oh gosh, where is it? Come on. You would think I would have it. I've done the recipe now twice. So where is, here we go. Here it is. Okay, you guys. Oh, Stephanie, you'll know. You just make you LOL. You like to slap someone right about now. That's okay. I love it. You're opening your Rachel Ray cookbook now. That was a fun event. Oh, right. You need some new ideas for December. Yes, because Jamie and we went to the signing where she signed books and we got to see her and her husband both talk. So it was really great. Wasn't that fun? I love the recipe book. But okay, so here it's a pesto chicken quinoa bowl. You guys, I have even gone to the restaurant, eaten brunch or breakfast, and ordered one of these to take home because it is so good and it is so healthy, right? Here, let me see if we can show you this picture. Oh, it's got kale. Oh, it's just that bowl is your whole heart. Yes, Stephanie. Oh my goodness. So they have the cookbook so that for us in pandemic mode, we can make our favorite recipes at home, you guys, right? Recipes are just another form of a book put together with beautiful pictures, right? Beautiful pictures, instructive sections on how to cook things, why you cook it that way, right? Like the whole section in here on eggs. You know, you go to a restaurant and you order over. Have you ever been? You order over medium in some places and over easy in others because it means different things to different people, right? So I appreciate that. They have a section right at the beginning called Egg Cooking 101. And they go through what is over easy, over medium, over hard, sunny side up, basted, poached, scrambled, whipped. Did you know that there was that many ways to make eggs? A lot of chefs and people that cook, they know that. They know the consistency of an egg and ways to make it do different things in recipes. So yeah, so First Watch, that's another one. I'll be putting the link to that in the comments. Here's another one that I really enjoy that I used in the past. It's called Clean Food, okay? A seasonal guide to eating close to the source. If you're wanting to get away from processed food, if you're wanting to get more towards whole sourced food, food that you get that you make immediately and consume so that there's no preservatives, there's none of that, this book is really, really helpful. because what it does is it divides the cookbook by seasons so that you're able to use foods that are in season. Like right now, Michael and I both went to the store and we each got watermelon from different stores because we love eating watermelon. Watermelons are just not good right now. They're not in season. They're being forced to grow in a farm somewhere. That's great. And even though it's warmer in different top parts of the world, for some reason, there's a reason why watermelon is so good during the summer, right? Have you ever noticed that? So, hey, thanks for yes, bacon, Sherry. Thanks for the link, Nathan. I appreciate that so much. Tillerandhatch.com. Wonderful. On a business trip, you ate it daily for 2 weeks. The bacon or the pesto bowl? If it's the pesto bowl, well, if it's the bacon too, I can understand. Good morning, Carol. Karen, welcome. Thank you for being here. Debbie McComer's Christmas Cookbook, favorite recipes and holiday traditions from my home to yours. Ooh, that sounds like a good one, Karen. I'll have to try that one out. That could be a good cookbook for new cooks like a kid. Ah, okay. You're talking about the First Watch one? Yeah, there's some there's some great. So you're talking about the first First Watch one, Teresa? Oh, the pesto bowl, Stephanie. Absolutely. I could eat that every day as well. And it's so good and it's so healthy for you as well. Yeah, Teresa, you'll have to shoot me a message and let me know. Okay. So the way that this cookbook, Clean Food, they break it down into the seasons. So I have back here in the back a couple of my favorites that I've made before in the past, but they have this section on winter. Okay. So it says, the early weeks of winter feel like one long celebration of food as I taste my way through a never-ending series of holiday parties. Well, we're not going to be doing a lot of that this year, are we? But that's okay. That's okay. You can divide your Christmas holidays up, and if you're with your family, you can maybe try some of these recipes. Aromatic roasted nuts, sugary winter squashes, savory wild rices, exotic mushrooms, and decadent sweets tempt me at every turn and prove that all food tastes best when shared with friends and family. By mid-January, I am completely content with winter's simple menu of warming soups, like Kathy was talking about, and stews, casseroles, roasted roots, and sautéed greens. Soups and sauces simmer all day in my kitchen and fill my home with wonderful aromas. The freezer and pantry overflow with freshly frozen and canned foods. The summer's pesto, berries from the picking patch, and freshly pickled beets and beans, all ready to add just enough spice to winter's comforting menu. Everything about winter, from its short, cold days to its simple and sweet tastes, allows my mind and body to rest. Are you resting? Are you freaking out? We're in a pandemic and people are more stressed because they're at home more. So, one of my favorite recipes in the back here, because I have it marked, because I got a cranberry thing, y'all. And of course the other one sounds good too, but cranberry applesauce. Cranberry applesauce. Let me just say that again. Cranberry applesauce. And look, there's also a recipe on the other page for garlic crostini, right? And so they use foods and things that are in season. So it says 6 apples of choice, peeled and cored, 1 cup of water or apple cider, 1/2 cup of unsweetened cranberry juice, and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And you put the apples in the pot with water. You cut them up, put them in the pot with water or the cider. I would personally rather use the cider and the cranberry juice. You cover it, bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, and simmer until the apples are soft. Remove from the heat, add the maple syrup and puree with a handheld blender. Serve warm or chilled. Store in airtight container in refrigerator or freezer. Such an easy recipe. You really don't have to think that one out too hard. And make some cranberry applesauce. Now they have some other great recipes in here. For example, 2 great casseroles. Oh, you love the modernproper.com. Oh, Nathan, thank you so much for all these links. Guys, this is what I mean. When we are sharing recipes and links to get some great folks. You give them some shout outs and support. They are the wife of a friend. Okay, great. Love to support them. And they have an amazing French dip recipe. I'm on it, Nathan. I'm going to go back through these comments. I'm going to get every one of these links. Hi, Black Magic. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Christmas cookbook, family recipes, and holiday cookbook by Hannah Abedikichi. Did I say that right? I love all of these suggestions. Love it, love it, love it. Aaron, Christmas cookbook, family recipes. Okay, love that one. Let's see, Teresa. Hungry Girl Clean Eating Cookbook is the one that you have that's along the same line as Clean Food. You still use HGCE to make overnight oats. Mediterranean Diet Cookbook is also good at using recipes for more clean eating style. Love that. Okay, so the first watch one, yes. You're freaking out today only. Right, just freak out today only. But here is a recipe, guys. I'll share with you that both of these on this page right here, right? So there's one for a butternut squash casserole and a winter squash and chestnut casserole. These are both really great. It's been a long time since I've made them, but they were really easy when I did make them and they tasted fantastic. So the butternut squash one has butternut squash, red onion, again, apple cider, grapeseed oil, maple syrup, and almonds. So good, so easy. Now, the winter squash and chestnut casserole has butternut squash, cooked chestnuts, apple cider, ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, cloves, almonds, brown rice syrup, and vanilla extract. A little more complicated than the butternut squash one, but the butternut squash one is really good. So I love cookbooks like this. This one is more seasonally based. So it takes foods that are available in the season and gives you some really interesting recipes to cook by. And it's using original sourced food, not things that come out of a can or anything like that, but all whole sources of food. You collect the Southern Living Annual Recipe Cookbooks. Your grandmother loved them. Yes. I mean, one cannot have, well, you could have too many cookbooks. And of course, guys, who could not enjoy? You've seen me post about this one before. Great British Baking Show. I don't know about you. I love the show. Love it, love it, love it so much, right? So we have the Great British Baking Show. And they have, I mean, just amazing different kinds of cakes. Beautiful cakes, ones that you would think are too difficult to make, but they, I mean, look at this, edible rock garden. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's so pretty. And yet it looks difficult, but when you look at it and realize, oh, that's made with, let's see, dark chocolate that's just shaved. So interesting. I would have to really work hard on getting brave enough to make one of these, but I want to make one of these, guys. I really want to try one of the, listen, I could make one of these. That looks pretty easy, right? So again, recipes, no matter how difficult they may seem, you can always be adventurous and try one, right? You love that show. Listen, I do too, Sherry. I do too. It's so fun. Michael and I are going to, we're going to wait till the kids get here for Christmas. We're going to watch one of the holiday specials so that we can watch all about holiday food. You've been part of a couple of free quarantine bake clubs this year. Recipes are all posted online and you can bake along with them on IGTV videos. Yes, guys, there's so many different examples of ones that you can find. You've seen me post about this, the Friends official cookbook that came out this year. So much fun. And so when I was thinking about this, right, the cranberry sauce that also doubles as a great jam or a spread, well, there's a recipe in the Friends cookbook, jam and a spoon scones. Remember the episode where Monica was making jam and Joey was eating it? He goes, "Your mom ever drop you off at the movie theater with a jar of jam and a spoon?" And they're all looking at him like, what? Well, there is a recipe in this cookbook. Nope, wrong page. There it is. For the jam and a spoon. There we go. Jam and a spoon scones. And I'll even tell you which episode of the show to watch, right? I love that. So not only do you get a recipe from the show, but you get to the episode of where. So I mean, it just makes cooking a lot more fun, right? So yes, the Friends cookbook, great gift if you have if you have a friend or family member who is a Friends TV show fan, you definitely want to get one of these for Christmas, right? So, guys, we've talked so much about recipes and different people and different places, but what about yours? Do you have a recipe that you've come up with, or maybe you have a collection of recipes that you would like to give away as gifts for friends, or maybe you make it into a little ebook, put it in a really nice PDF format and send it out as a gift. Or like Kelly was saying, have you joined maybe some cooking clubs, some things that you learned from those classes that you want to share with others, right? So that's how we not only learn, because these people put together these amazing cookbooks. So cookbooks are another way to capture family memories, to capture food favorites that you have, or perhaps you've learned how to eat cleaner, or maybe you want to come up with, like Teresa was saying earlier, and come up with a cookbook to help kids learn how to eat healthier and make their own food, right? So, recipes collected together in a book is a great way to give a little holiday gift, right? That's why I love giving away this whiskey infused cranberry sauce because it is so yum. I learned how yum it was from Ronnie's recipe, and then I give this and the recipe to folks and share the love, right? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. So, if you have some collections, maybe you want to put together one. I want to put together one for my kids of all the recipes that I had while they were growing up. Some of them were recipes that I learned from other people. Some of them were recipes I made up myself. And I want to put those together in a nice little collection for my kids and give it to them as a gift, because that's something that you can pass on, right, to family and loved ones. One year you did bourbon balls for Christmas. Ooh, Stephanie, I am so interested in finding out about that. So, Kelly, thank you for the links. Look at there, flourbakery.com, flour love. Okay. And then you have Christina Tossi recipes. Yum. See? Love that, guys. I love that. Bourbon balls, Stephanie, you're gonna have to share that recipe because that sounds so yummy. Well, guys, I really enjoy getting to spend time with you. Oh, here's another one. I shared this earlier in previous broadcasts, but here's the cookbook that I'm also interested in trying out some recipes from. Ina Garten, you know her as the Barefoot Contessa, if you've ever watched her shows on the Food Network. But she has this one that came out this year called Modern Comfort Food. And so I'm really excited because a couple of the recipes I want to try. Hello, breakfast tacos. I mean, guys, look at that. It looks difficult I mean, the pictures are so pretty. And yet when I look at the recipe, 1.5 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 6 scallions, thinly sliced, white and green parts separated, 8 extra large eggs, kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper, 8 white corn tortillas, 8 ounces of Monterey Jack cheese, 1 ripe Haas avocado, pitted, peeled, and thinly sliced, and chipotle hot sauce or Tabasco. Well, guys, I can get all that stuff. I've used all those things before. And she gives you a recipe on how to make. So now that I have also a picture to go by, I want to try making those fantastic looking breakfast tacos, right? So yum. And so here's another recipe that I want to try because I love breakfast food. Look at that, a bacon, egg, and cheddar sandwich. Now, most people know that is an egg McMuffin. However, look at that one. Doesn't that look great? And look, the recipe looks pretty easy, right? 2 slices of thick cut applewood smoked bacon, good olive oil, 4 extra large eggs, 2 tablespoons of whole milk, salt and pepper, uh, 4 tablespoons of grated sharp white cheddar cheese, 2 fork split sandwich size English muffins, and a half of a ripe Haas avocado. Again, all easy ingredients, all things that we probably have around the house, or we could go run to the store and get, and try making one of those, right? So, Ina Garten's Modern Comfort Food. Another one, a great one. So these are all, guys, cookbooks in my collection. I'm excited to go through some of them with Michael and us pick out some new recipes, some things that we can add, like he was saying, to our, current menu, rounds that we use, and see if we can try some new adventurous things to cook, right? So, hopefully, I've given you some ideas of some new books. Thank you, Nathan and Kelly, for all the links that you have shared. Those of you who've made cookbook suggestion, Christina is the gal behind Milk Bar. Okay, got it. Awesome. You love Christina Tossi. I learned about her from MasterChef and MasterChef Junior. Right. Oh, that's who she is. Okay, got it. Got it. See? And I love watching not only how they, how they cook and make their recipes, but that they share them with us, guys, that they share them in all of these wonderful cookbooks. So, guys, let me go back to my donut. I have to figure out which one of these recipes I'm going to make this weekend. I think I'll try the breakfast tacos tomorrow. That'll be a fun one. Well, guys, listen, like I said, thanks to all of you who are commenting here. And I've also got to draw the one from last week because I was so busy. I haven't drawn the one from last week. So haven't forgotten about you. But this week's winner will get a jar of this wonderful whiskey infused cranberry sauce and the recipe from Miss Ronnie Rock and all of my love. So thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here and taking time to have some coffee with me this morning. You guys know that I do this every Saturday morning right here, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Is that right? Yes. So you can join me on Saturday mornings. I love to get together, have coffee, share with you some great ideas, and also share with you some great book recommendations or tips on how you can also share your story and get your message or your fun ideas out there in the world, right? So you're off tomorrow. You'll pop on over for breakfast tacos. You know what, Miss Mary? It's a deal. Kelly, for the love of the South, bacon bourbon. Oh, I love you, Kelly. Thank you. Bacon bourbon donuts. That sounds fantastic. You spend way too much time reading the recipes. You never get to cooking. Well, Stephanie, you know what? I'm going to challenge you. Take a recipe. Don't just sit there and read. And guys, the thing that it's hard for me getting recipes online, and here's why. I appreciate that they are online. Oh, the donuts. Oh, I bet they are, Kelly. Oh my gosh. I listen. I'm going to go back through this comment thread and I am going to hit every single link that's been suggested and look up every single cookbook recommendation. I love them. I love finding out about new ones and I want to try some. So I can't wait, Kelly. I'm super excited. But guys, that, like I said, I love getting to share with you new ideas, new ways of communicating, and new books, new book recommendations. So if you want to find out, I'll be sending out my blog post today, and I'm going to be for the next 12 days talking about my book recommendations of books that I read this year. I'm taking 12 of them. I had a few more, but I'm taking 12 of the ones that I really enjoyed and share a little bit about them and why I love them so much and how you can get copies, 12 days of book recommendations. So you'll have to check out. So yes, I'll be doing the 12 days of my Christmas book recommendations. So if you want to find out how you can get that information, drop me a line here on my website. It's roneharden.com/contact. Join my email list so that you can get my blog updates, and all of the content that I'll be sharing on some things that I've got coming up, updates with me, my newsletter, and my book recommendations. So you'll definitely want to check it out. Okay. You print the recipes you find online. You have so many recipes for printing. It's where you got the cornbread crack. Recipe. Okay. Well, see, and the hard thing about going online to some of those sites is that they start having all of those pop-up ads that come and just fills the page with to where I can't get to the actual recipe, and they have so much other stuff. Thank you for that cookbook. Absolutely, Sherry. Yeah, absolutely. No problem at all. And the crescent roll sandwiches now that you make for Bailey, so easy. Right, right. So I love having actual cookbooks, right? I don't mind looking online for recipes, and it's great. Like Teresa said, when you find one that you really like, you want to print it off. But for the most part, it's difficult. I'm glad they're there that we can find it when you need it in a pinch, but I love having cookbooks that I can go back to that are my favorites that I can also sit and ponder and meal plan, right? Or maybe it gives me some creative ideas to look at a recipe and either think how to pare it down or maybe try some different taste combinations to see what I like. But regardless, it's about trying something new. Good morning, Andrea. How are you, beautiful friend? Good to see you here. Well, guys, so like I was saying, you'll definitely want to make sure we are connected so that you can get my food blog. Do spend more time blogging than recipes. Yes. And I don't mind hearing about their stories. Trust me, I realize that is a format in which people want to share. But you've seen the memes about girlfriend. I don't need to hear about all the breakup you had in the divorce and why you discovered that, oranges was your new favorite thing. And now here's your recipe for orange crescent rolls. I want to see the recipe first, and then you can tell me the story. And that's why I love these cookbooks, because they're written in such a way where you get the idea and the stories are there to share, but the recipes are there also for you to share with no other interruption. So I love that. So again, guys, make sure to hit the comment thread. There's been some wonderful suggestions here on cookbooks, on different shows, different links to things, so that you can broaden your culinary choices, right? And like I said, I'll be sharing the links to all of the books that I had and showed you from my own collection. So if you want to add one of those to yours, or maybe you know someone who you think it might make a great gift for, I'll share those too. All right. So, guys, thanks so much. Again, it's always such a pleasure to have you here to spend mornings having coffee with you, especially talking about yummy snacks and food. It's just one of the great things that makes the holiday season wonderful. To all of my Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah. It's the season, the festival of lights. And so to all of my friends of the Hebrew faith, happy Hanukkah. It's great to have you celebrating with us as well. Guys, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I know we've got a lot going on around us, and there's so much change that's getting ready to happen in the next month, even as we go into the new year. Whoo, it's like transition when you have a child. There's not enough epidural in the world to really alleviate some of this stuff. But by getting together here, by encouraging each other, guys, like it's like I've always said, he knows the plan he has for you. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Think about that this Advent Sunday. The peace that comes when we quiet ourselves, we snuggle up with a blanket, have a cup of coffee, and look at a recipe book and think about all the wonderful things that we want to make for our family, for our friends, or just for ourselves. And don't let it get you down. All right, guys? All right. I love you. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. I hope you get out there and make today fabulous wherever you are. And this coming week, again, you can always drop me a note. Let me know how you're doing. Shoot me a comment here in the comment thread. Or again, you can get in touch with me right here on my website. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel. You can check that out as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because a lot of my broadcasts are going to be featured there now. And so I really don't want you to miss any of the opportunities for us to hang out and have coffee. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you have a great weekend where it's almost countdown. Next Saturday is going to be our last one for the year, and it is going to be a Christmas party. Look at my holiday Santa. Isn't he cute? Look, and he comes with his own coffee. So, Holiday Santa invites you next Saturday to join us for our last broadcast of 2020. Guys, we made it through the year. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you back here next Saturday so we get together and have some more coffee. All right. Thanks, Kelly. I know. Isn't he cute? I love him. And I love you guys for being here. Thanks so much for sharing all your joy with me. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope I've shared a little bit of joy with you. Make today and this coming week awesome. You are ready. Me too, girlfriend. So let's get out there and make today awesome. All right. Fill your tank up, share some joy with someone, and I'll see you back here next Saturday, guys. Thanks so much. Talk soon.